Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Glow Up Guide. Today, I wanted to talk about how to deal with a bad day because I feel like I've been having a lot of those lately. And by bad day, I don't necessarily mean um, you lost your job or got fired or a dog died sort of bad day. Those are sad, depressing days. But I mean those days where you just feel lazy and unproductive, and then you feel guilty about that, and then that leads to a sad day, and then everything else goes downward. I mean those kinds of days. So yeah. And I feel like I've been having a lot of those lately, mainly during school breaks and weekends. Because usually for my weekends on Saturdays, I used to have soccer to fill that time. I used to have soccer games and other soccer meetups and stuff sometimes because my coach was like, yeah, he wants us to get together and stuff. So things like that. But now that soccer ended, the very end of October, October 29th was my last game. So after that, there's nothing to do on the weekends. There's nothing to look forward to in the week. So I just have been feeling sad and kind of bored, honestly, lately. So, because there's nothing to do. And with winter break coming up in 2 weeks, I think? I don't know, just over 2 weeks maybe. I feel like a lot of people might feel this way. And even if you don't have a long extended winter break like I do here, there's Christmas breaks. You may be taking time off of school or work to go and see family or do something for the holidays. You may be going somewhere like New York if you're really lucky for New Year's. I don't know, stuff like that. So I feel like a lot of other people might feel this way if they have nothing to do at all. So in today's episode, I wanted to talk about why we face these kinds of days, how to deal with them, how to deal with the specific emotions that come with them, and fun things you can do to make life happy and fun again. Before moving on, let's do one thing we're grateful for and one thing we're happy about. Okay, so one thing I'm grateful for is I don't really know. What am I grateful for? It's really hard to think today. I'm grateful for the pile of pillows in my room because okay, that was the most random thing ever. I literally just glanced around my room because if you're trying to get into a daily gratitude practice, I heard this trick somewhere. I don't remember where. It's you look in the room you're in and you're like, what can you be grateful for? So I looked around my room and there's a pile of comfy can't speak. Oh my god, comfy pillows. So I have these really big pillows that I put a tiny pillow and a bunch of stuffing things into it. And then there's the other pillow, and they're in a pile at the footboard of my bed, and they're comfy. And I can grab a blanket and curl up there and read a book if I want to because life is boring. So yeah, I'm grateful for that. And one thing I'm happy about is that my birthday was on the 1st. Oh my gosh. So my birthday was on Friday, that's December 1st, and my party was on Saturday, December 2nd. So my actual birthday, I am really happy right now. I turned 13. It was really fun. So for my actual birthday, which was on Friday, went to school, which kind of sucked, but at least next year my birthday's on a Sunday, so yay. Um, but I got to see all my friends, and a bunch of other chaos happened. So at school that day, a bunch of my friends tormented me. And it's just not even playful teasing, it's freaking torture. So what one of them did is one of my friends in my friend group, I have a rather large friend group. So one of them, she took a sign made in highlighter and ruled paper to lunch. I don't know why I have to say that, but anyway. So she took it to lunch, and then she started waving it around the cafeteria so everyone would see. And then random teachers, I don't even have them for my classes, and they just walk up to me and they're like, oh, what's your name? And then they all yell at me even before I can even say it. And then they're like, oh, happy birthday. And then the other thing they do at lunch is they sing me happy birthday, and they progressively get louder because they see I'm burying my face in my hands, which I shouldn't have done. And then my other friend who was sitting next to me was legitimate just staring at me the whole time. So also really fun. And I just died laughing, and they started singing louder. Not very fun. And the teachers came by, and more teachers came by and wished me happy birthday. So that was more embarrassing. And then what my other friend did in English that day, she took my sticky notes. I usually let my friends steal my stuff all the time, but I'm banning her from stealing anything of mine, mainly sticky notes. Because what she did was she took the damn sticky note, and she supposedly stole my highlighters too. And she wrote happy birthday to Sadia on it. And then she stuck one of them on my desk, and we had indoor recess because it was really cold outside. So we were playing a game with some other girls in the class. 13, you count to numbers, and like whoever says 13 is out. Yeah, we were doing that. And so she stuck it on my back, and then one of my other friends was like, Sonia, I like the sticky note on your back. And then I realized, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I cannot be tortured more. And then both my friends, Addie and then my other friend, they both die laughing. And my English teacher looks at us really weird because we just like broke down laughing out of nowhere. So that was really fun. And she supposedly did the same thing to my desk. So even though my English teacher put it over the attendance thing, people came up to me and wished me happy birthday. And then after that, my other friend made another sign in highlighter and stuck it on my locker. That's fun. So I didn't think my friend was gonna do this, but I asked my friend Addie. No, my friend Addie asked me. She's like, "What's your locker number? I want to meet you after our last block." So I'm like, "Oh, I give her my locker number." And then what she did, and then I'm assuming she told it to my other friend who stuck a sign on my locker, because why else would that happen? So they put the sign up and it's in highlighter, and this random girl from like my all district chorus thing comes up to me and she's like, "Oh, happy birthday!" And I'm just like dying of embarrassment because I do not know her. I don't even know why she talks to me. But that was really awkward and weird. So I was like mad at my friends, but I still love them. They're the best people ever. They're the best friends ever. So yeah, that was really fun. And then for my birthday party, we did it I did it with like 10 of my other friends at this bowling place in like 15 minutes away. That was really fun, except for my one friend who was actually punctual. And I told everyone to come 15 minutes early because I thought they would all be late. But the place actually opens at 12 and my party started at 12. So that was really fun. But we did bowling. It was really good. I still suck at bowling because I got like tons of gutter balls. It was really fun though, so I'm happy about that. My cake was good. It was a chocolate cake, and I'm glad my dad listened to me because I yelled at him. He's like, "No, do red flowers." So I chose flowers for the decoration. He's like, "Do red for the flowers and writing." And I'm like, "No, pink is gonna look good," because I chose white buttercream. So that was fun, and he's like, "Good job," because like boys have no taste in what colors to wear. My brother would literally wear like a neon orange shirt with like red sweatpants. But he's like 7 and my mom dresses him, but sometimes my dad does. So that's never good. Yeah, they have like no sense of like what colors to combine with what colors. So that's always really fun. I don't know why, but that's just life, I guess. So yeah, the cake was really good. My party was really fun. My friend's mom arrived like 25 minutes after the end. So that was also fun because the air in the place was legitimate suffocating. So I had to wait for her for 25 minutes and get suffocated by the air in that freaking arcade. It was bowling in an arcade though, so we were in the arcade section. It was really tiring. That's really fun. I had a good weekend, I guess. Anyway, so that was a long talking segment, but moving along. Okay, so moving on to the actual content of this episode. Why do we have bad, like, unproductive, lazy days like these? Okay, so there are a number of causes for having bad, lazy, unproductive days like this, such as sadness in general, boredom, burnout, tiredness, and stress. These are like the 5 main things. But how do these simple, small emotions spiral into bad days or even weeks like these? Number 1, boredom. I think the root cause for all the causes of bad days, it's a mouthful, is boredom. For me, most or literally all of my bad days are on weekends or school breaks. And I think it's most likely because like the soccer season's over, I mentioned that earlier, and I have nothing to do. So I'm just like bored and lonely because, yeah. And out of having nothing to do, I get sad and don't feel like doing anything else. And then I'm just stuck in bed until 2 p.m. and then still be bored for the rest of the day and feel guilty about that. Repeat the same cycle every hour with an insane mother yelling at me and an annoying younger brother also who my mom yells at to yell at me. So that's fun. But the way that this can be beat is by doing something, honestly anything that's a boredom cure, but it's productive. And by productive, I don't mean the kind that's related to this is probably the first time you're hearing this, but yes, there are multiple kinds of productivity. I don't mean the kind of productive that's related to time management and like organization and stuff like that, like what you would see in Pinterest and stuff, like the that girl trend. Oh my gosh, you gotta be productive all the time. I don't mean that. What I mean is like the kind of productive that's good for your emotional state. And if you're in a low emotional state, mental state, these kinds of productive air quotes things can bring up and lift up your state of being to get you to a better self in that short time frame. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm hoping this makes sense. But yeah, it's most likely just me yammering about stuff that doesn't make sense in life. But anyway, so yeah, these are things that are like fun, like, but not scrolling, because scrolling, it can make you feel like tired. Like your brain will just feel tired. Even like any screen really, unless it's like a feel good comedy, then I'm fine with that. But don't like binge movies or like try to do things without screens. When you feel this way, because screens, they like make you tired, like the blue light from them, it makes you tired and like feel meh, bleh, whatever the description of those feelings are. I don't know. And it's just like, if you scroll through social media and see like these, for air quotes, perfect lives, then you're just gonna feel sad because you're like in this kind of slumpy day, and then that's just gonna make you feel worse about the slumpy day. When it's in reality, it's perfectly fine to have those kinds of days. Like everyone goes through them, and it's not. And like these tidbits you get of people's lives from social media, they're like probably like fabricated for cameras. So like you need to keep that in your heart. I know it's very easy to forget. Just like don't go on social media because it's not really gonna do anything good for you. But what activities I mean are things like having an at-home spa day, hanging out with your friends, doing something with family, finding an annoying sibling and playing a board game if you can relate to me, stuff like that. So cure your boredom in a good way and cure your bad day. Simple solution. Number 2, general sadness. Boredom and sadness are like pretty much like intertwined. They're very connected because boredom leads to sadness, and sadness can lead to a feeling of not wanting to do anything, and then that leads to boredom. So it's kind of like how do I describe it? It's like a loop, like an infinite loop, like when you loop a video. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. So we're gonna look at sadness in general. Like they're like intertwined completely when it comes to finding causes of bad days. But let's view sadness as a separate thing for now instead of it being connected to the emotion of boredom. You might be having a bad day. You failed a test, got into an argument with someone, or you forgot about something really important, and maybe people are mad at you. I don't know. So you just had a bad day. That's the gist of this. So you go to sleep, and then you wake up the next morning. You still feel upset by yesterday, and that starting the day off on a wrong foot thing destroys your entire next day after the bad event. That's okay. I mean, like everyone. Oh my god. I apologize. I cannot speak for some reason today. Everyone will go through bad days in their life. That's inevitable. You just need to learn the right way to manage these bad days. Because if you face a sad day, try talking about your emotions or writing about them. Just any form of release is going to help you. Then you can put the series of whatever bad events happened behind you and actually like do stuff. So, yeah. And before moving along, a simple journal prompt you can do if you feel sad that can really lift your mood. And honestly, if you find yourself slouching and sad, your posture will actually be straight. This is the weirdest thing ever. Your posture will actually be straight because of how light your head feels. Sorry. This is actually true and tested by me. Do not ask how, I know, but yeah, it works, okay? So it's like takes 5 minutes max, okay? Unless you write really, really slow. Yeah. Okay, so what you're gonna do one thing you're grateful for, one thing you're happy or excited about, and these two might be hard when you're in a sad time, but remember, for grateful, look around the room you're in. You can be grateful for the damn journal and pen you have right now because you're getting your emotions out, and that's a form of release for you, and it's gonna help you feel better. Okay, simple, stupid things like that. I don't care. And for happiness, you can you can do anything really. I don't care if you're happy about the fact that you're in your room right now away from your annoying siblings and family. It's a reason to be happy. That's a reason to be like in a good emotional state. Like if you have something to look forward to, like you're going on vacation in a week or there's a long weekend coming up, the stupidest things ever, like well not stupid, like the smallest things ever can like make a huge difference in how you feel. So yeah, things like that, really simple. It's like the simplest journal prompt ever. Oh, and the third thing is, how do you feel right now? Because this is the part where you're actually going to release your emotions. And anything else you might feel adding is the fourth part. First three are absolutely mandatory to this journal prompt. The last one, I don't really care. If you have other things you need to get down on that paper, then write them. Oh, well. Like, okay. And that's how it goes. Okay, so moving along. Number 3, tiredness. Honestly, just being tired can lead to bad, lazy, and unproductive days. I'm not saying you should feel bad about tiredness because it happens to everyone. It happened to me today. I have just been the most tired person ever. Why do I say that like that? I actually sound like I have energy right now. Do I? Okay, I don't even know anymore. Okay, just forget that. um, what I'm saying right here is tiredness is your body and mind's and mental self's same thing. Way of telling you to slow down and take a break because you're overworking yourself in one or possibly many different ways. Realize this, slow down, and give yourself a break before simple tiredness spirals into burnout. Sorry about that yawning, but I'm just tired. Which can lead to a whole new set of problems we would all rather not deal with. So, having these unproductive days can either happen because you're tired or the unproductive day tires you. Or they can both be intertwined. You might be tired, have an unproductive day, and that tiring unproductive day tires you even more. So it can kind of be a loop, or it might be one thing or the other. I don't know. Every person is different. Just listen to yourself. So yeah, just take a damn break and you will get better, okay? Trust me. Number 4, burnout. Hate to break it to you, but if you have found yourself in a long series of bad days, like weeks or like more than 2 days, like a week, multiple weeks, months, in very rare cases, and even rarer cases, years, cases like this, you might be experiencing burnout. If you are finding yourself experiencing burnout right now, I'm really sorry for you. And I know that it must be hard. I've never personally experienced burnout, but that's probably because I'm 13 and don't have a lot of life problems to deal with. I mean, my biggest life problem is the test I have on Wednesday in science. Um, that's my life problem right now. And I'm not saying this to make you feel worse about it. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience. I may not know what you're going through, but just some words of advice to say if you're going through burnout and listening to this. Some motivational things. It's okay. Remember, okay, think of your life as a book. It's a very simple thought. Think of your life as a book. Okay? And books have varying chapters, and books have varying pages, sentence lengths, everything. They're very different. Think of those pages and words and letters even as days, different days, okay? So you might be stuck in a really long, sad chapter of the book that is your life right now. You may be stuck in that long chapter, but you're eventually going to get through that chapter and get through. You can even compare it to a wall, honestly. Get through that bad chapter, get through that wall. And after that, there's going to be a good page waiting for you. There's going to be sunshine on the other side of that wall. Maybe not sunshine, but even so, taking the wall example, if you're stuck in a storm right now, on the other side of that wall, there could be a light drizzle. Okay, the situation may not completely go away, but it will get better. Just keep that in your heart if you're going through a difficult time right now. I'm really sorry if you're experiencing something that's hard for you, but just remember, you're always going to get through it because that's how our lives work. Okay, so I'm sure everyone's heard of burnout before, but burnout is basically tiredness taken to a very extreme level. You aren't just simply tired, you're drained of your unique spark, and your unique spark is what makes you, well, you. Yeah, you're drained of that. It doesn't exist, it's lost itself in all of this tiredness. Burnout can happen when you just have too much work and don't give yourself a break. Let's say you have a huge test coming up, like the ACT, SAT, SOL, I don't know. And you've been studying till 3 every night for 2 weeks straight. After a few days of not getting enough sleep, you're going to be tired. That's like how our bodies work. That's how our internal clocks work. That's just a fact of life. But you were too focused on the test and didn't listen to your own warnings. You were too scared about that. You had to make it more clear of the fact that you were overworking yourself. Hence the simple tiredness. You didn't listen to yourself and take the cue of that tiredness. then your body's going to send you into overdrive. Well, I don't know if overdrive is the right word. I don't know, but it's going to send you into a state of burnout, extreme tiredness. So, yeah, you had to make it more clear. So you become freaking drained. Okay, completely straight up drained. In the book I Am That Girl by Alexis Jones, really good book, by the way, really inspirational. I usually hate books full of inspirational shit, but this one is actually really good. And if you're stuck in a place in your life where you don't really know what to do, maybe college students could relate to this actually, because if they're trying to figure out what the hell to do with their life, this is some really good book for you to read. I know that some of my listeners from like the age analytics things may be in the range for college. I don't know. So yeah, if you're stuck in a place in your life and need to figure out some kind of motivation, or you're going through a hard time, read this book. I promise you it will not be a waste of your time. Anyway, back to the story. So she shares her story about her burnout and how she didn't listen to herself and how that landed her in the hospital multiple times and almost cost her her life. She was in a good college, but it was really expensive for her and her family. She was living out of a friend's garage and hardly ate much, let alone anything healthy. And in that college, she was trying to finish 4 years of school in two, in order to make her going to college less of a financial burden for her and her family. Her daily schedule went like this: attend classes from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., come back at 6 p.m., then do homework and sleep until 10 p.m. Go to her job, come back, go to the job, whatever job, I don't know, oh my gosh. Come back at 2 a.m., do more homework until 4 a.m., go to sleep, wake up at 6 a.m., and repeat. All she would do on the weekends is catch up on sleep. Like, she would sleep for maybe 30-something hours straight. That is not good for you, okay? And if she wasn't sleeping, she was going to catch up on homework, okay? Like, that's how her life went. After maybe close to a year of living like this, I'm surprised she went a year. I think if I lived this lifestyle, I might have gone, I don't even know how long. Probably not even like 2 days. 3 days, I don't know. Yeah. So after a year of living like this, she got so severely sick she landed herself in the hospital. When she explained how she was living to her doctor told her to stop. Her parents also told her to stop, saying that a heavy financial burden like this would be nothing on them in comparison to the burden of losing their daughter. Did she listen and stop? No. She kept going, even more determined to finish school. After maybe around 8 more months of living like this, she landed herself in the hospital severely sick again. She was life-threateningly sick this time and had severe malnutrition. And the doctor even told her family to say their goodbyes to her. She survived, and then she finally stopped. The point here is, don't overwork yourself to burnout, because no test, school, or assignment matters more than your health and life. Number 5, stress. Stress is also a really big cause of these bad, lazy, unproductive days. When you feel stressed by something, it can take a huge toll on your mental well-being. You might have a big test in a few days, got into an argument with someone, or did something stupid and are now wasting your life worrying about that. Whatever it might be. Stress management is also really important. I'll talk about that later in this episode, but stress, when it gets to a certain extent, can also take a toll on your physical well-being in the form of acne, dark circles, puffiness, muscle soreness, other random things I don't know, hair fall, etc., 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 etc. This is your body and mind's own way of telling yourself that you need to step away from whatever is causing the stress. Stress-free days are good days. Stressful days are bad days. Those were all my tips and tidbits of advice on why these bad, lazy, unproductive days happen. I hope those help you. Now, let's talk about how to deal with these emotions specifically that come with them and tackle and manage these emotions. Number 1, boredom. Okay, so there isn't really much. Just find something fun yet productive to do. I explained what I mean by mental state productive earlier. So something like that to cure your boredom, like hanging out with friends, baking something, etc. By productive, I don't mean the kind related to time management. I mean do something that's like making you happy and like is helping to lift your emotional state, but isn't what I would consider a time-wasting activity. Don't just scroll through social media because that's only going to tire you out, and scrolling isn't very productive for your emotional state. I have a section later in this episode on fun and productive things you can do when you face one of these days, so keep listening because that's going to be really useful. Number 2, sadness. Once again, not really much. If you feel sad, trace it back to why. Okay, because the root of any problem, to solve a problem, you can't look at the problem as a whole. That is never going to get you anywhere because looking at a certain problem as a whole is too vague. So what you need to do, you need to literally make a tree. I don't care if you have to write it down. If that's how you have to do it, fine by me, okay? You need to trace the root cause of the problem. And there may be root causes of the root causes of the root causes of the root causes. I don't care how far back it goes. There may be like a million different things that lead to this one big problem. Okay? So you have to trace it back down to that specific thing. That's how you solve any problem. You can apply it to literally anything. I guarantee you it'll work 100% of the time. Okay? And if I'm wrong, okay, I don't know what the heck your problem is then. Okay? It must be really bad. But anyway, track the cause. So if I'm sad, it's usually because I feel upset by something that happened to me at school. And if it's possible, banish it. I mean, obviously I can't banish what happened at school or school itself. But if your source of sadness is a certain person in your life, try cutting them out. When there's a problem of any kind, in order to solve it, you have to trace down the root cause and deal with that in order to banish the problem. Try expelling how you feel, whether that be in the form of writing or talking about how you feel with someone else. Both of these are a form of emotional release because now your emotions can be out of your head and onto something, like down on something. So, stuff like that. Number 3, tiredness and burnout. Obviously, figure out why you're tired and in which sense you're tired. Are you tired physically from a sport you play, or mentally because you're stressed, or emotionally because you're dealing with really hard emotions? And if you are, I am really sorry. For you, just remember the book example from earlier. You're gonna get through it. Trust me. And yeah, like same process here. Find the root cause and deal with it. Take a break and give yourself some much needed time off before simple tiredness leads to burnout. Number 4, stress. You need to be able to manage your stress. Okay, it's a basic skill. They even teach us this in school starting in like what? Second grade, third grade? I don't know. Yeah, it's a very important skill in your life. So, stress isn't something that just fades with time, like sadness and anger. In fact, time might make your stress worse. You need to deal with it as soon as you freaking can. So, if you're stressed about a test, studying might help. If you're stressed about studying, take a break and calm down. Give yourself some much needed self-care and think time. If you're stressed about something stupid you did, yeah, remember to not worry about anything that won't matter in 5 years, okay? This is the number one piece of advice that has saved my life so many times in middle school, okay? It will save you too. Trust me, this is probably the best piece of advice I've ever heard, and I will share it to everyone I know until the day I die. I swear. I swear on my life I will do that. Okay? So, yeah, I'm in 7th grade right now, okay? And I don't think something stupid I did, like if I tripped in the hallway. Well, that was last year, but anyway. So if I trip in the hallway, I don't think the things that come with that are gonna matter when I'm in 12th grade and frantically trying to apply for colleges and scholarships and crap. Okay, it's not gonna matter. I mean, I'm probably gonna have forgotten about it by then. Okay, and then I just stop wasting my energy on that. Okay, because I know it's not worth my time. I have so many more beautiful things my energy could be spent on as opposed to that, and you do too. Okay, so don't worry about anything that won't matter in 5 years. Cause and effect. Simple. Try writing about your feelings on paper or talking about them. Just expel them onto something. I don't care how. Okay? You can literally be in the middle of a boring math lecture and grab a fucking sticky note and then write about your emotions on the sticky note and then rip it up and throw it in the trash because you don't want anyone to see it. I don't care, okay? That works, okay? I may have done that multiple times in my math class last year because I was annoyed at how stupid the people in my grade level math class are. Okay? I'm not even joking. Just do that, okay? Expel your emotions because this is crucial. You'll feel so much better afterward. Just trust me on that. Okay? You will feel so much better. And once again, the posture example, that's happened before. It may happen to you. I don't know. It's a really good feeling, though. So, trust me on that. So, those are all my tips and advice on how to manage the emotions that are either a cause of these bad days or a result of them. Now, let's talk about some fun and mental state productive things you can do when you feel like this and how to that help deal with these bad days. Number 1, get out of the fucking bed. When you wake up and feel this way, lazy, sad, and don't want to do anything kind of way, all you want to do is stay in bed. I mean, I get that. Been there, done that. But staying in bed is only going to make you feel more and more sad and guilty about wasting half the day in bed. And all of this leads to a bunch more laziness and an even worse day. So the day is salvageable now, so why don't you salvage it now? Number 2, get yourself to look freaking presentable, okay? It's most likely a weekend or day off if you've been stuck in bed until 1 p.m. So I'm not saying you have to go and shower and do your makeup and wear a fucking prom dress and like look all fancy schmancy, do your hair, shower. Like wash your hair or whatever. I don't care. Okay? No, that's not what I mean. So what I mean is so get yourself presentable to the point where if someone were to ring your doorbell right now, you'd be able to answer it confidently without scrambling around in 30 seconds to get yourself to look presentable so that nobody thinks you died. Yeah, in 30 seconds flat. So get out of bed, brush your teeth, do your hair, small things like that. I would advise you to take a shower because taking a shower is kind of like washing the laziness, the sadness, these emotions off of yourself. I know in Japan, they're really like adamant on cleaning and self cleansing and stuff like that, like cleaning your space. Like, because I've read some of Marie Kondo's books, really good by the way. The life changing magic of tidying up and spark joy. You should definitely go read those too. Really good. But she does talk about like how cleanliness is really important to a Japanese lifestyle, and I think that's really true. Like so you showering can help you feel like more refreshed and like you can put all of that bad crap that happened behind you and actually focus. Okay, so I would advise you to take a shower, especially if it's past like 12 or something. Take the damn shower because doing so will make it far less tempting to get back into bed and far easier to actually get shit done. It's a form of washing the tiredness away, washing the sadness away, washing the laziness away, so you can feel refreshed and actually focus and do your things. Now, let's talk about some fun and productive things you can do to make the rest of the day better and salvageable. Number one, hang out with your friends or family. Hanging out with other people can boost your mood because it is scientifically proven to increase serotonin production and other happiness hormones production. It can make the seem day. Okay. It can make the seem I am so sorry. It can make the day seem more fun and like more renewed. Socializing can improve anyone's mood by releasing happiness hormones and also reducing stress. This can make the day seem like there was actually a point instead of being, oh yeah, I just stayed in bed until 1 and was sad about that for the rest of the day. No. If you have absolutely nothing to do, then you can make yourself a fun little day trip by visiting family and friends who live a short while away. Let's say you live in Virginia, but your cousin lives in Maryland. Why not spend the day with them? Because they only live 2 hours away. See? Now the day just got way better. I mean, it might be a last minute plan, but oh well. Spontaneity, I guess. Number two, workout. Working out is beneficial in tons of ways, and it's fun as long as you're doing a form of working out that you actually like. Working out can boost serotonin production, which is the happiness hormone. It also suppresses cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and leads you to feel very horrible. Okay, where was I? So if you're feeling a bit stressed, try doing a quick workout. Like if you're studying, use the Pomodoro technique, and I've talked about it. No, I have not talked about it, but you might have heard of it. In those 15 minutes breaks, squeeze in a 10-minute workout. Okay, it's really gonna help you like feel better and like you can concentrate better because working out is scientifically proven to improve people's concentration on different tasks. So that might help you too. I don't know why I've been talking about studying a lot. I guess I'm really stressed about my science test. I don't even know. It doesn't even seem that hard, but my science teacher's a psychopath, so he's probably going to change everything and make it essay questions at last minute. I don't know, but yeah. So, yeah, working out also clears your head, so you can actually get like a very improved focus. And I've proven this, okay? Like I've worked out, and then if I try to do something, I feel so focused. Like I haven't realized that until I actually finish my task, and like half the time I would have if I didn't work out, and I'm just like so fidgety. Because I feel like working out just releases all the fidgetiness inside you, and you like stop fidgeting with things. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Oh well. And you can actually concentrate. So, it's one of the best things you can do when you feel like lazy and sad and unproductive days like these. Number three, do something creative that calms your brain and gets ideas flowing. So, yeah, that gets ideas flowing through you. Sorry. Creative activities are fun and can improve your mood. Things like painting, drawing, sketching, etc. These all stimulate your brain in a good way, not like how screens stimulate your brain in a bad way. And with painting, which is my own favorite creative form, you have something beautiful to hang in your room or to give as a gift. You'll feel better, and it's a way to kill a few hours or even a whole day productively. It's kind of a win-win. Okay? Number four, try out a new recipe. If you love cooking or baking, then trying out a new recipe is a great way to recover a sad and unproductive day. Cooking and baking are also creative forms, and it's fun. If you want, you can call over a few friends and bake stuff together. Or you can go to your local library and pick out a cookbook and spend a whole day making different things from the cookbook. That's really fun too. Came up with that idea kind of spontaneously, but that sounds really fun. I should do that sometime. Or should I? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to find the time, but anyway. Or just find recipes online. Honestly, that's way easier than going to a library, but hold on. Going to a library is actually a really great productive activity you can do too. Like, you can go to the library and spend like 3 hours just reading a book there because they have like shares and stuff, at least in my library. Well, most libraries do. And also, it's just fun. Some libraries also have like little events. You might be able to attend one of those, stuff like that. Simple things, okay? It's just life. It doesn't matter how you find the recipes. It's kind of like a fun solo day too if you want to. Just do whatever. It doesn't matter. Number 5, read. Most of the time, since I'm a big reader, I'm usually stuck in bed until 12 reading some book. So books might be my enemy right then and there. But yeah, I don't buy books because I get books from my public library because I think buying books is a waste of money considering the speed I read at. Because I read very fast. I can finish a book in like an hour, okay? Like, I read very fast, but I also understand the content really well, which is also really cool for me. So, yeah, if I tried to buy books, I would A, have a stack of like 300 million books lying in my room. Pointless. B, also fiction books you only read once, okay? It's also kind of pointless. Well, most fiction books, but yeah. So, legitimately, everyone comes to me for book recommendations because I have a really good taste in books, if nothing else. Books are probably the only thing I have good taste in, not gonna lie. I really want to do an episode on like my favorite books in the future. Hold on, I think that's supposed to be my episode for 2 weeks from now because I do a bi-weekly posting schedule. Oh, speaking of which, I finally got my posting schedule under control. I've never mentioned it, but I'm really happy about that. So I'm gonna be publishing bi-weekly from now on, just so you all know. So yeah. I really want to do an episode. I'm pretty sure that's my next episode. I don't know. I have to check like my published dates on things. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. But for now, reading might just help you feel more productive, especially personal development books, and it's really fun, especially for me, or if you're also a big reader. Number 6, clean. Okay, so maybe not the most fun and enjoyable thing to do, unless you're my mom, who is freaking capital O for obsessed with cleaning things and maintaining clean space. I'm sorry to my mom if you're listening, but you are obsessed with cleaning. Okay? But sometimes cleaning can be fun and peaceful. Clean space, clean mind. So just you can clean while dancing or listening to some music or my podcast. Yeah. You can listen to any podcast, honestly, or mine. Because I'm saying good words now. So yeah. Clean your room or closet. Maybe might as well like rearrange some stuff while you're at it. Number 7, write something. Sometimes writing something, honestly anything, can be fun. Try writing in a journal. Writing about how you feel on crappy days really, really helps, especially for my introverts out there, and also if you simply don't like talking about the way you feel. It's a form of expelling these emotions, and I think I've talked about this too much, but yeah, I'm going to exaggerate the point. Now, when you write or speak about how you feel, it's a form of expelling your thoughts out of you so that they don't consume you. If you're feeling a bit more creative, try writing a short story or something similar, like what I call fun writing. And if you're feeling really bold, you can try writing a script for a podcast. That's how mine started out. I mean, I was really bored over summer break, so I started writing like a bunch of random podcast scripts, and I actually got up the courage to publish one, and then I did. And then it probably sucks. Like, okay, my first episode is the second most played. But it probably sucks. I'm sorry if it does, if someone listened to that recently. I'm sorry if it sucks. I know it does. I'm fully aware that it's 11 minutes long, and I'm really trying to work up my episode lengths. I think I'm doing pretty good on that, though. So, yeah, I apologize for, like, the first few episodes I have suck, like, being really bad. The shorter the episodes, the worse they are, okay? Like, I'm sorry about that, okay? So, it's really fun to start a podcast, and, like, it's really a good feeling when you get good reviews on your podcast. I have 2 5-star ratings on Spotify for my podcast. I don't know about if I've received any reviews from Apple Podcasts because for some reason I'm unable to get into that. And I got that like interact comment thing, and it was really fun. Okay, it's like the best feeling ever. Okay, number 80, go touch grass. Figuratively, I mean literally. Point, just go outside. Green is the color of calm and serenity, and there's loads of that outside, especially when it's not raining. Rain sucks, and rainy days are even worse. Just go outside. Green equals calm, and calm equals happy. So going outside is the perfect cure for these kinds of depressing days. You can also go outside with friends, which is what I usually do. Being outside is a lot of fun in general. Going outside can help improve your mood and clear your head. Being outside can increase serotonin production and also suppress cortisol production. Scientific studies can also show that being outside is linked to lower risk of depression, helps with anxiety, and improves concentration. So going outside really is a good thing to do when you feel this way. Number 9, some fun self-care time. If you feel this way, sad and lazy, try doing some self-care. Maybe self-care is what you need. All work and no play makes for a bad day. Humans weren't meant to run like a constantly well-oiled machine. We were meant to run like a well-oiled machine for a temporary amount of time and then run out of that oil and be tired and need a refill. And that refill is going to be a break. That's how humans were built. The machine needs rest, otherwise it'll break, just like humans. We need breaks. We need more time to ourselves. So go do your nails, go for a walk, have a spa day, whatever kinds of self-care activities you love. Okay, so those are all my tips on fun things you can do on these sad, lazy, unproductive days to make the day seem like it has a point again. I hope this helped. Now, to end our episode today, I have a quote for you guys from Martin Luther King Jr. The quote goes, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." Bye, guys. Rate, follow, and share this podcast. Drink some water, and I love you all.